Welcome to another episode of Same But Different.
SBD.
Try it again. Today, we are going to talk about the new Final Destination Bloodlines movie. This franchise has been a favorite of ours, I would say even more his, for a very long time, since the beginning. Watch it every year, the whole franchise. Final Destination 6 Bloodlines follows a family that is descendants of someone who had a premonition a long time ago and saved a lot of people. And now death is coming for all their families and all their family members through the bloodlines.
Get wrecked, fam.
A whole new slew of cool, awesome death scenes
Yeah.
and just Final Destination goodness. So take it away. What'd you think?
It was great. They didn't lose the Final Destination charm. It felt very much like a Final Destination movie, which is super exciting and exactly what you want because it's almost a revival at this point. Like,
Yeah.
it's the sixth movie. It is. It's the sixth movie. But it's also revamping the franchise, and they could have gone a different direction. And they gave us some new nuances, but they kept the Final Destination feel and core, and they did a good job of it. I think they really, what's the word? What's pushed the envelope, but did it. They upped the stakes with what these deaths are, I think. I think they were honestly the most brutal and gory, some of them, in the franchise. And that's going a long way because Final Destination has been a jaw-dropping, I can't believe they just did that for a long time. Oh my God, was it fun? I was giggling like a schoolgirl.
Yeah. If you're a fan of the series, there's no way you're walking out of this not having a blast.
It's just a good time. There's not a lot to dislike. There really isn't. I think the acting was good. I think the story was well done. It sets it up for more movies, just like it should. The only thing is, I didn't walk away from this one with that one traumatizing, now I'm going to be scared of this for the rest of my life deaths.
Do you think that's because you're older now, though?
I know.
You're not affected by things as easily?
I don't think so. I was 19, 20 when the last one came out. And LASIK, no, never. This one didn't have that. And, there's the log truck, there's the tanning beds. Yeah. There's the pool drains. There's always one in these movies. And this one didn't have that. And that was just a little bit of a letdown for me. But other than, there's nothing to dislike here.
You know what I found they did, though, really well is certain minor things in your life where you've always been kind of scared, like not death things. For example, no spoilers, but at the end, when he grabs the pocket knife and it closes on his finger, I've always been scared of that happening.
Yeah.
But then they do it in the movie.
Yeah.
Fuck, it happens to people.
And it does a really good job of making you care about the characters, but not so much that you don't want them to die.
I don't think you want them to die at any point.
But you do. It's Final Destination. You do. No, I don't want them to die because I don't want them to die, but I do want them to die.
Because you want the Final Destination.
It's just a really, really, really fun time. I don't know where it ranks. It's better than 4. So
at least there's
it's at least better than 4.
At least there's
really, really, really good time with this movie, and probably gonna sit at an 8 out of 10. It's my favorite horror franchise.
Yeah? I put it above Scream?
I put it above Scream. 8 out of 10. I loved it. You should go see it. Go watch it. It's so fun.
Okay. I'm going to come right out of the gate and say 7 out of 10.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean I didn't love it.
No, I know you did.
I loved it. Like you said, so much fun. Creative kills, which is exactly what you want from these films. And then also, the story was good. It was layered. It had thematic elements. It had characters you did care about. And there were a couple scenes where you're like, damn, this is... they're family dynamic and they're
no, it was sweet.
Yeah, it was nice. And it's always been friends.
Yes.
I mean, there's been a brother and sister now and again or whatever, but this is just family.
Yep.
A whole family getting picked off. That's crazy. Opening sequence was fantastic. I think it's one of the best opening sequences I've seen.
It was good.
I think 2 is my favorite.
2 is the best.
2 is my favorite, but I think this might be second favorite for me. It was really good. Excellent way to send off the legendary Tony Todd.
I cried. It wasn't the movie that made me cry.
No.
It's that he was talking to the audience.
Yeah.
And the words he chose were very heartfelt, and I cried.
They were perfect. It was perfect. When I watched it, I had a whole crowd, the whole theater erupted in applause and woos, and man, it was good. New concept is introduced. Every Final Destination movie does give you something a little bit new about the lore. And this one did that.
Yep.
For sure. The whole Bloodlines concept.
Certainly did.
There's a certain accident that happens, and then any person that survived that and their family members descending, they are on death's shit list because they should not exist. And I think that's such a cool thing. And they don't explicitly say it in the movie, but I'm going to say this is my lore for the movie. Everybody who's had a premonition in previous movies, they're a descendant of somebody from that initial disaster.
Who was saved.
Yeah, who was saved. Yeah.
When they should have died.
I agree with you. I don't think there's that one singular thing where I'm just like, oh, I'm scared of that now. I think one of my favorite sequences of all of the Destination movies have come from this. The tattoo shop.
Yep.
If you've seen the clip, you've seen the clip, but you haven't. If you watch it on the internet, you get some of it, but like it expands crazy. Gives me one of my favorite characters in all of Final Destination.
He was really good.
Gives me one of my favorite death scenes in all of Final Destination. So like it gives me a lot of my favorites.
Yep.
The only thing is the protagonist for me in this one. I think Final Destination movies, the protagonist needs to have some gravitas, some like presence, some leadership to the movie because they're carrying the movie. They're the ones that are guiding it, saying, don't do this, watch out for this, this is what's going to happen. They're the paranoid ones. And she does a good job of being paranoid for sure. She dives into that. She doesn't have, this might be a little bit of a spoiler, but she doesn't get a premonition. This is the beginning of the movie. The premonition is from 50 years ago and she's just dreaming about it. So it's not her own premonition, which is weird. It's different.
Yeah.
But because it's not her own premonition, we then have a protagonist throughout the movie who doesn't get those like weird feelings that something's about to happen.
Spidey senses.
Yeah. That's essential for your protagonist. I think I have a theory about the end. I'm not going to get into it. I think maybe going forward, they'll fix that.
He's got a cool theory. I liked her. I think she had the presence you felt she didn't. I do agree that the premonition stuff is necessary for the protagonist. So I liked her. I think she did a good job. But I get that.
Yeah, fair enough. It's a good time if you are into Final Destination movies, if you're into splatterfest and gore and things like that. You're laughing at this stuff.
It's
the funniest one of the franchise.
It's very funny. And there's a lot of references to the other films while still being its own movie. You could watch this and as the first one and completely enjoy yourself. They did a good job. They did a really good job with this.
I'm going to put it at 8 out of 10 too. I feel like I didn't complain about enough things to justify the 7. I'm really excited for a sequel.
Yeah, sequel's greenlit.
Same directors. So here we go. Final Destination Renaissance. Rubbing our hands.
Let's get a Renaissance era Final Destination.
Ooh.
I want an origin to how these premonitions and this death stuff all started. So I want, we'll go back to a time where we can go, Renaissance, Roman, medieval, something would be so cool. A different genre of this genre would be so cool.
Oh, one other thing. They introduced something else in this movie for the first time. If you mess around with Death's plans, you're now on Death's list.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to be one of the survivors or part of the bloodline or whatever, but if you interfere with the plan, you're on a shit list.
Yeah. Careful.
That's cool.
It is cool.
So
basically just let your family die. Don't help them.
Exactly. Next week, we're going to review either Clown in a Cornfield or Thunderbolts, whatever comes next. You'll know next week. So come on back next week. And if you've seen Final Destination 6, have thoughts on it, any opinions, comment section down below. You know where it is. Go down there. Let us know your thoughts. Agree, disagree with what we've said. Let us know all your opinions, and we will agree and disagree with those.
Yeah.
Come on back next week. Until then, keep watching movies and go to the theater to watch them.
Do that. Go to the theater. Go now. Bye. Get wrecked, fam.